The Elyse Pahler murder case. In the summer of 1995, the small, quiet town of Arroyo Grande, California, became the setting for a horror few could have imagined. Elyse Marie Pahler, a 15-year-old high school freshman, full of life, full of dreams, would become the victim of a brutal and senseless murder. The perpetrators, 3 of her own classmates, were driven by obsession, by darkness, by music, and by the occult. What makes this case truly chilling is not only the murder itself, but the twisted beliefs that fueled it: a desire to harness dark powers through ritual sacrifice, inspired by death metal music and distorted interpretations of satanic practices. The perpetrators were Royce Casey, Jacob DeLachette, and Joseph Fiorella. All teenagers, obsessed with death metal, and drawn to its darkest imagery. For them, this music was more than entertainment, it was a blueprint. A lens to see power, control, identity. Royce Casey, 17, the eldest, intense, violent, fascinated with the occult. Jacob DeLachette, 16, impressionable, easily swayed. Joseph Fiorella, 15, obsessed with Slayer lyrics, believing they contained deeper, almost prophetic meaning. He believed performing a human sacrifice would give them more craziness, more power, more intensity in their band. Hatred. This was not fantasy. It was a plan. And they were willing to carry it out. Their fascination with the occult was consuming. Not a hobby. Not a passing interest. They studied books on ritual magic, watched films depicting satanic ceremonies, discussed summoning rituals for hours. They believed that by offering a human life, they could unlock hidden powers. Fiorella, especially, spoke of the murder as a transformative ritual. The choice of victim was deliberate: Elyse, blonde, young, innocent. The perfect sacrifice. They imagined her death as a conduit, a gateway, a dark offering to unlock strength, power, artistic genius. Every discussion, every plan, every rehearsal in their minds, made them more detached from reality. Elyse became a symbol. Not a human. A step in their dark ceremony. July 22, 1995. Elyse was lured to a remote eucalyptus grove in Nipomo. The promise? Smoking marijuana with friends. The reality? Something far darker. DeLachette restrained her with a belt. Fiorella stabbed her neck with a hunting knife. Casey stomped on her as she struggled. She was still alive as the ritual unfolded. They left her to die, alone, in the desolate grove. Each act was deliberate, a step in the twisted ceremony they had imagined for months. Elyse's disappearance puzzled her family for months. Then, in March 1996, Royce Casey confessed to a clergyman. His confession led authorities to the shallow grave where Elyse's body lay, partially mummified. A stark testament to the cruelty of her final moments. In 1997, all 3 teenagers were convicted of first-degree murder. Casey and DeLachette, 25 years to life. Fiorella, 26 years to life. The trial revealed the chilling truth: Elyse was chosen because of her innocence. Blonde hair. Blue eyes. The perfect sacrifice. The prosecution argued that death metal, dark fantasy, and obsession with the occult drove these teens to murder, to perform a ritual, to gain power. Years later, the case continued to shock the public. In 2021, Governor Gavin Newsom blocked Royce Casey's parole, citing the brutal nature of the crime. Yet in 2025, both Casey and DeLachette were granted parole. Outrage swept the community. Fiorella remains incarcerated, with his next parole hearing in 2026. The murder of Elyse Pahler is a grim reminder of obsession, fantasy, and reality colliding. The perpetrators were willing to embrace extreme darkness, sacrificing innocence, to achieve imagined power and artistic brilliance. Their story forces us to confront the dangers of distorted beliefs, the allure of ritualized violence, and the consequences of obsession unchecked. Elyse's life ended too soon. But her story endures, as a warning. A reminder of the human cost of evil.